guys, welcome back to Viology. I am coming on with a road chit chat and to talk about something because I just saw something and it just made me say, oh, let me cut my music down. To say, you know what, let me just click on to talk about this. Y'all can put your input in the comments or whatever, DM me. But as I was approaching the red light back there, it was an officer with a black guy driving a Camaro, I think, a newer black Camaro. And he was sitting there with his arms literally out of the window with all of his, I guess, his registration, driver's license and all. Guys, that I wanted to pick up my phone and record, but it was in between two lights, and of course we were moving. We shouldn't, as an African American community, should not feel that way. That when we see a police sitting at a red light, sitting on a corner, walking to get in his automobile, walking in a store, that we have to be tense. That is just the most, I mean, literally, I'm passing by looking at this guy, and I mean, I had to double take look, because he literally had his arms out of the window with all his paperwork, and the state trooper standing up on the side of his car. As a mother with two African American men, this stuff in society makes you say, I don't know. Of course, everybody knows that one of my children are partially deaf, and that's my oldest one. And he's been driving now for the last 4 years. And if you remember, the African American man in Texas was pulled over by a police officer. They did not know he was deaf, and they killed him. So that sets very deep in me as a mother with a deaf child. The second one is my 20-year-old. This boy is 6'4", 6'5". So automatically you're gonna be intimidated. So I have another fear. He's driving and the officer pulled him because of his stature and the color of the melanin of the skin that God blessed him with, that an officer can take his life for stupidity and walk after that death, after the murder of an individual. He could walk away from that, and the court just, and that's it. Time served. When are we gonna get together as a society, as an African American society? No, better as an American society, to say it's enough. I mean, it's the fear of you looking at videos to know a 7-year-old was taken. Life was taken by an officer playing with a water gun. This stuff kind of like moved me and scared me some years ago, and that was the same year that my son with Trayvon Martin. It was the same year, and my son got his driver's license that same year. That was so touching, because I was like, I'm just like so afraid. And once again, innocent, candy, hood, that does not make you a bad person. So you can take someone's life, and the thing about it, what I don't like, you so quick to reopen a case on an African American, whatever they do. You so, when a case is closed, a case supposed to be closed. But guys, if you really pay attention to it, When it's a case and it's an African American person, that case can reopen. Why? So if a case can reopen with any other nationality, why you won't open it back up for the Trayvon Martin's case? Why? This man now has a history of nothing but craziness. Locked up several times, but still, this young boy that, y'all, walking from a store and you killed him. Now you walking around in and out of jail. But guess what? This child will never be able to walk back and look in his parents' face. Never to be able to go to college and have an education. Never to drive his own purchase and drive his own car. Never be able to walk down the aisles and say, okay, I just graduated from college. Never will turn around and say, oh, you know what, will you marry me? Because he met this person that he said, okay, I want to spend the rest of my life with. He is the same person that will never be able to look in the eyes of another child that is a part of his seed. Yet, these others are still walking around when you have committed a murder and it's nothing on the back of you that stands up on your neck and saying, I really killed someone. Only thing you looking at and saying, oh, that's another person dead. That's another, as you can say, nigger, black person dead. Guys, this stuff has to stop. I will commend my husband. I will commend him. Almost 19 years at this. And when all of this stuff is going on, the color of his skin and the things that has been said to him because the color of his skin. And of course, y'all know I'm just like a Todd Juju being compared to my husband. But it does not matter. That is what Dr. King died for. He stood there and said, it's not the content of the character. It's not even the color of your skin, but the content of your character. So therefore, guys, I'm like, when it's gonna stop? But let me take it to a different direction. We as an African American community need to stop killing our own first. Cause see, you giving other people leverage that, oh, you can go kill your own. So what? We killing them too. So what we need to stop, how they said, the way you raise your child and it starts all at home, honey, yes. We need to turn this around and start this at home. Start killing each other. Love each other. Bring each other up. Support each other. Instead of killing each other. Because they're only looking at, oh, if you killed them, so why can't we? Where I grew up at, I was looking at a case that was up on, and I get their newspaper, the local newspaper emailed to me. So I was looking at this. African American guy, he was busted for drugs and a little bit of dust of a substance. And because I don't know these grams or whatever broke down, I don't know. So I asked my husband, because he's law enforcement. I asked him because I wanted to know about how much did this guy have. And he was like, oh, that's just like dust that you probably find on a seat. And I was like, wow. So that was his first offense. So I think he probably spent about 6 months in jail because of that. Well, this guy has had a clean nose for years. He went into a store and stole. No, I don't condemn that as right, because no, it is not right. You don't steal anything. If you feel the need that you really, really, really need something, you ask. That's how I grew up. Well, this guy stole a bag of chips and a beer. Mind you, let me reiterate, I don't condone stealing. This guy, I kept reading and exactly what he stole. This guy has 15 years in prison for a bag of chips and a beer, which both of them together was $2.69 freaking cents. God, that scared me, y'all. A van truck right up on the side of me. That is just, but yet still, you want to give someone 15 years for a 99-cent beer and a bag of chips that was $1.29, but yet still someone can take an African-American life and get a pat on their back and on their hand and say, time served. So what part of that is not right? I'm confused here. I mean, I'm well educated. Don't get me twisted. I am a very well educated woman. African American woman, that is. Very well educated. But what I am saying, I mean, 1 + 1 is 2. I mean, I learned that from my mom and dad before I even walked into a school building. So, you want to say that's equal. You want to say that, oh, everyone lives here in America equal. Let me tell you something. Let me break that down. There is no one that sits on the face of this earth is equal to any other nationality. Or better yet, I can break it down because I'm an African American female. I'm an African American queen. I can sit in the office and I'm an African American, degrees up her rear end. But you can have the other person sitting there that graduated from high school and was only working in little daddy's little farmhouse, little store. But you wanna, I've got all of this education, graduate the top 5 of my class, come into work on time, never ask to leave work early, sit there and get all of what's done sitting there and it's done. But little person is going to come in late, ask to leave early, no education. Oh, okay, yeah. That's because you go to Mr. to go get some things from him from his store, and he just told you his daughter needed another job to learn stability. Stability, my butt. Okay? There is nothing equal in between a African American female and a Caucasian female. Nothing is equal from a African American male to a Caucasian male. Same thing. Caucasian and African American male can have the same college degree. Now, mind you, I give it to my kings, my brothers. Because, see, I done been to 4 different colleges, and I can give it to them. I'm going to name 2 of the colleges. Voorhees College, Denmark, South Carolina. Let me tell you something. I don't know if I can call his name. I'm going to just say Liam, educated, in a fraternity, and this boy do what he got to do. Okay? This boy has businesses. Not business, businesses. And I hope he took the open opportunity of right now where he can get this free stimulus money from being a business owner. I hope and pray he did get it. But let me tell you about the stimulus money. If you have an application and it's supposed to be free money, what does it have to do with the color of my skin? I wait. What does that have to do with the color of my skin? Why do you have an application, and on the application it's supposed to be free grant money if it applies to you? What my race has to do with it? With the stimulus pack right now, it's another new one. If I remember, I will put it down in my description. Another $1,000 that you get free on stimulus. Well, I went through this application last night. For the first one that has came out since all of this stuff been going out, it did not ask you for your nationality. I was utterly surprised. Very surprised. If you're a YouTuber, take the opportunity. You can get that $1,000 free for grant money. I'm gonna be there for you. I have been and working in situations that I have seen a lot. I take what I have learned, what I have seen, and flip it to teach my kids. The society we live in now, and I heard on the radio yesterday, oh shoot, that's the police. See, that's how you get tense when you see it's unmarked police sitting back there on the side of the road. Automatically, I saw that just now and my heart dropped. My skin. Now, back to what I was saying. Ooh, y'all, my heart pitter-patter. I was listening to Charlemagne the God, South Carolina man, Charleston area, in New York now. The question that was on, how can we correct the situation with what's going on in the African American community? We getting killed, we getting murdered, people getting a pat on the hand, keep on going. They feel like the blue is right. The person that was killed was it takes me somewhere. It really takes me somewhere. How can this turn around for the better and we be evenly yoked? That'll never happen. That'll never happen. This has been going on over 500,000 years. So you think it's going to change down here in 2020? Now, this is what I do say. It didn't need to be some very strong leaders of leadership to change these laws. You feel, and I'm getting ready to take you to something that will make sense to you, because it makes lots of sense to me. You say an officer has been trained. He goes through additional training per year. I know this because my husband has to. You have to go to the police academy and train. You say they are trained, they know what they're doing, and we support them. Well, if you want to take it there, the last time I checked, Even in Dollar Tree, any store you basically walk in sells water guns. I mean, I raised my boys, and I mean, anybody that knows me very well knows my kids has never even played with a water gun. Never. I have never purchased a water gun for my kids or no other type of anything, for the simple reason I did not buy things like that because of what's right now in society. Child get killed over having a water gun. Really? A water gun. But let me take it there. See, I'm coming up on another police, so let me break my speed all the way down, guys. Let me break it down to this. So, an African-American little boy can be playing around in his apartment subdivision where his parents are paying for him to be there and to play outside because, you know, hey, he is a resident. And he's playing with his friends with a water gun. And I mean with a gun, water gun, however you want to say it. I mean, you pick it up to act like you shoot. That's what you do with a water gun. But an officer passed by this subdivision, this apartment complex, and driving through, supposed to be serving, watching, and protecting, and see an African-American little boy, and he's playing with the water gun, and he just happened to look at it and aim it towards the police car because he's playing with his friends. Boom, he's dead. Okay, now that's scene number 1. Now I'm gonna take you to scene number 2. See, I try not to make it a racist thing, but right now, what can we do? Little Bobby is in his yard playing with a water gun. Officer passed by. He's not even gonna just aim it. He's gonna shoot the water, and it hits the police officer car. The police roll his down and say, "Hi, little fella, how are you doing? You're having fun playing?" and pull off. That kid is still living. But yet still little Jamal was playing with his water gun with his friends and aimed his didn't shoot no water and was killed. Mother and father had to sit there and plan his funeral, watch their child in a casket, bury their child. What a part, this is just not right. What is not right? How can you solve it? Good leaders. Leaders that is going to stand down on a ground and make sure that if you are killing someone, because I can go in the store and feel threatened by somebody, but have it down if I'm gonna pick up a gun, I am not even gonna pick up my shoe and hit you, because I know how to walk away. That's what I was raised to. I have been called so many different things. I have worked for the federal government. I have worked for the state. I have been called numerous of things. I'll tell you, when we first moved in the state that we're living in now, I went and applied for a job. And I'm going to tell you who the company is. It's the Boys and Girls Club. I literally, when I was leaving, I literally had to pick up my phone and call my husband to tell him what I just went through. So they look, oh, you have higher education, you went there. Yes, yeah. Okay, so where do you live? Oh, I live so and so. You live over there. What do you mean live over there? Oh, they look at each other. She lives over there. Now, mind you, this is where I said on the African American community, you need to wake up, because this was two African American, male and female, doing this interview with me. Oh, you live over there. I mean, what you trying to say? What do you know about now? Didn't ask my experience working with inner city children or anything like that. Heck, I'm a teacher. Of course, I have worked with so many different children, so many different areas. So, what do you know about any inner city children? What do you mean? I mean, you looking at the schools that I have taught at. You have looked at the places that I have worked at. So, I mean, my history is there. You saw my application online before you even called me for an interview. So why are you wasting my time? So, after I've been questioned and all that, one of the scenarios they brought to me, if Jackson brings in a gun and everyone else did not know it, but someone comes up and tell me that so-and-so has a gun, how will I handle that? Well, I mean, first of all, what you gonna do? You gonna call law enforcement, because you gonna need someone. I'm passing by my road, guys. I'm going to a new doctor. You're gonna call law enforcement because you don't know if it is a real gun on the premises, and you're gonna need somebody if it is. You're gonna need protection. You're gonna need someone. So that's first and foremost. So I said what I would do if a child come up to me about that. Well, what was said to me, that was not a good answer. I mean, are you gonna run over there and say, well, Jackson, do you have a gun? By the time you ask all those questions and stuff, it may be too late. Look at my paperwork to see where I'm going. Oh, shoot, it's not on here. But I did see the road. But I'm going to end this right now. I'm going to have probably a part 2 to this, because we really need to get onto this, and we need to stand together, guys. It's no separation. Every one of you, digestive liver disease. I didn't even know they had that. A liver disease doctor. Pediatrician, pulmonary. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end this at this point. I will do a part 2 to this, but I need to find my doctor. It's getting on time for me to get to my appointment, and I've never been here, so this place is new to me. So I'm gonna get over here, guys. Please like, comment, share, thumbs up my video, share it out. Please love each other. I mean, that is the biggest thing. Stop killing each other. Love each other. Support each other. Be there for each other. Stand for each other. Know your rights as an African American. Know your rights. Fight for your rights. So, guys, I'm going to say bye-bye now. I will have a part 2 to this. If you have any questions, concerns that you would like to know, that you want to kind of like talk on and me address on the next part 2, please do leave it down in the comments, and I will definitely get to them. So guys, until the next time, bye.